pedagogy using the technology and how the staff might interact, and if you're using volunteer staff, how you're going to organize them?
The way students are going, as I mentioned before, they are going to be put together with 20 other students. Every week starts with a lecture. A semester is a regular length semester divided by a week. Every week starts on a certain day, end on a certain day. It's a week. And each week starts with a lecture. You come to the classroom and you find the lecture of the week. You read the lecture. By the end of the lecture, you would find the reading material, the homework assignment, and discussion questions. You are going to discuss these discussion questions with your fellow students. It would be very similar to what I would, well, it would be very similar to a forum, meaning nothing is synchronous. You go online whenever you have time, you see the lecture, and you see all the comments of the previous students who logged in on the discussion question. You put your own discussion point to the discussion, and other students starting to discuss with each other on the topic of the week. As I mentioned, if you have questions, you can leave the classroom and go to the course forum to get the help of the volunteers to help you, either because you post a question or because you want your homework to be checked by a professor, or even if you want to ask for an office hour. You come and say, hey, I need help. Is a professor, any professor, willing to help me? And a professor will jump in and help you with this office hour, with the questions that you have. That's basically how we are going to use it. Did I answer your question, though?
Are there video lectures? Are you referring to? So they're text lectures.
It's a text lecture, and the reason to do it is because we want to make sure that any students all over the world that has any kind of access to the internet can use us. He doesn't need a broadband. If we use video, we exclude by definition a lot of students in many places where they don't have broadband. So hopefully we will be able to integrate video in the future, because it's there, and it's really too bad that we can't use it. But I think that we need to be fair to anyone, and it's not fair that some would be able to use video, the richness of video, and some would not. So all of them are going to be on the same level. Yes, please.
Just a follow-on question to the pedagogical situation. First of all, I teach at University of Pennsylvania, and right now I am joining a new university that's focusing on educating people who are financially disadvantaged in the United States. But so I'm very interested, and congratulations for this very interesting
Thank
idea.
You.
And I actually would like to work with you on some of the projects that you're doing. But
here is the first volunteer.
Yeah, I am. Count me in. But one of the things that I have found by teaching online courses is that it is very difficult to teach some courses that are more like at a higher level, for training the leaders and things like planning and design and integration. Those kind of courses are very difficult to teach online because they need a lot of interaction. So I've been having a side venture on trying to develop certain tool sets that can be used to simulate business situations and the planning situations, things of that nature. Maybe I can talk later to you about working with you to have those kind of tools available to students. But the point that I'm raising is that there are kinds of topics and kinds of courses that are really difficult to teach online. So I would like to actually see how the experience that you gain actually works out. There are some courses, like basic courses, are easy, you can do that, but some courses really do require a lot of simulations and things of that nature. So, sorry.
As you know, this room is specifically for journalists. If there is any questions like volunteers and all that, you could do this after the press conference. Anybody else who has got any question? Yes.
Are you making use of the online materials and open courseware that exist already, MIT, Stanford, those?
Definitely.
Those tools?
We are going to use open courseware. we're making use of whatever. In order to save cost, we basically use anything we can get free, and we are going to use open courseware as much as we can. There are always questions of what you can use and what you cannot use, and open is something that needs to be defined very carefully, but whatever we can use, we will use. Today there is a tendency, which is extremely important, of universities putting online their courseware and their material. And you can find the best lecturers and the best course material free on the internet, and there is no reason in the world not to use it. To the contrary, we do want to use it, and we will use it, and we see ourselves part of this trend of opening the internet, opening the information, and using and sharing the information that is there. So we are using what is available, and whatever we produce, obviously, would be open to the rest of the world. Yes.
And so you transcribe the video? Is that on some of these lectures? Are you thinking about that?
Usually video, it's much easier to, if you need to write, to write, it's easier to write than take a video. It's very, very little audio in our classroom, but that would be about it. Video we are not going to use at all.
Thank you very much. And congratulations. Thank you very much. We think the world is more enriched with this innovation. So thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting us.